Like many others, I avoided pain at all costs. I thought that it was a sign of weakness, that nothing good could come from it. Plus, it hurts. However, we can harness the power that pain gives us when we learn to embrace it. I've been a runner for many years now, and while I could outrun my opponents, I couldn't quite outrun my pain disorder. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with AMPS, or Amplified Muscular Skeletal Pain Syndrome. This disorder causes pain either throughout my entire body or a specific part, depending on the day. Early on in this diagnosis, I struggled with the notion that my pain was wrong or that it needed to be fixed, thanks to social media, friends, TV, and conventional wisdom. However, I'm content and I found joy in my pain. Most people view pain as bad or something to avoid, but pain is also the reason we're able to become brave, resilient, and persistent. I know the pain I have will always hurt, and I will never get used to that. But I have learned to change the way I view my pain. This hasn't been easy, but it has changed my entire outlook on so many things. There are 3 things I had to do to embrace my pain: acknowledge my pain for what it is, build a support system, and give myself grace to stop fighting against it. First, I had to acknowledge my pain for what it is. I needed to stop believing that my pain was a weakness in disguise or that it was making me stronger. My pain affects many things in my life in many ways. Sometimes it's really fast and loud, but others, just a long whisper. Sometimes it urges me to stop what I'm doing, but others allows me to function fully. It clouds my mind. I have to forget my left from my right. It's completely unpredictable in many ways. Sometimes it's a burning feeling down my arm or a sharp ache in my hip. It makes me worry constantly about what I should or shouldn't do or what might make it worse. However, as much as I try to control it, I can't tell myself that it's making my body stronger. My pain is a weakness. Period. The things it does to my body hurts and makes things harder. I can't tell myself that it's making my body stronger because I need to accept my pain for what it is. Many times when we think of these things, we try to hide that or make it a positive somehow. But what we need to do is accept our pain for what it is and not try to mask it. Because when we do this, we immediately negate it, saying it's wrong or that it needs to be fixed. But there's nothing wrong with weakness. Weakness is a place where brokenness is welcomed and healing and restoration can take place. However, we have to let ourselves be fully present in that place. When we let ourselves feel that pain, we acknowledge the pain and the weakness it is causing, but that doesn't make us weak. My pain disorder causes my body to be weak, but that does not make me weak as a person. It's important to know this distinction because we must know that what we feel does not define us. Second, I needed to build a support system. Many times in our lives, especially when we're going through the hard times, we need people to come alongside of us. And although our pain can yield a place of healing, it can also be a scary place. So find the people who you want to be there with you in your pain. For me, that's my family. I've been blessed to have a great support system. Find people that can come alongside of you and simply be with you in your pain. There have been so many people after hearing about my illness, and they'll come and say, "How are you feeling?" or "What can I do for you?" And while their intentions are good, I don't tell them all the little pains and frustrations I'm going through, because I know that they're not the ones that have my back when times get tough. Keep that inner circle elite, because if they can't be supporting you in your pain, they should not be celebrating with you in your victories. Third, I had to give myself grace to stop fighting against it. Our pain is going to hurt. When I was first diagnosed, I thought that since there was really nothing wrong with my body, I would just push through everything, never let my pain get in my way. I had to give myself grace to respect my pain and give it what it deserves and be okay with what that might mean. That may mean giving myself a rest day or not getting done everything I wanted to. One of the biggest instances I can think of when I needed to give myself grace was with my most recent marathon. My previous 2 had gone really well. I hit the times I wanted to, I felt great. Overall, they were just great races. However, this would be the first marathon I would do with my pain disorder. It was awful. I wanted to stop at mile 7 of 26.2. Oh man. My pain disorder wreaked havoc on my body. It was the worst race I've ever ran. But it was also the most rewarding. During that race, I easily could have dropped out multiple times and said, yeah, it was my pain disorder. It didn't let me finish. But I accepted the place I was in and let my body do what it was okay with doing in that moment. I had to give myself grace and acknowledge that place of weakness and let my body do what it was doing. If I hadn't let myself achieve something that wasn't perfect, or in this case, a good time, then I never would have been able to experience my proudest race yet. So you may be thinking, I don't have a pain disorder. This doesn't apply to me. Let me challenge you on that notion. Have you ever set a goal and then in the midst of trying to achieve it, you knew you were going to fall short? What did you do? Did you quit? What if we readjusted our goal instead? There are real-life pains and real-life hurdles that are going to sometimes prevent us from reaching our goal. So many times we have this notion that we either pass or we fail. There's no in between. But what if we acknowledge our pain for what it is? What if we build a support system? What if we give ourselves the grace of acknowledging whatever it is that prevents us from reaching our goal? What if we allow ourselves to achieve 80%? That is still a lot better than quitting and being at 0%. Allow yourself to achieve something that isn't perfect. Will it hurt? Yeah, it probably will. But like my brutal marathon, the resulting experience of embracing your pain may even be better than reaching your goal 100%. By rising above and embracing and owning your pain, we can live a fuller life. We all experience pain, but we all don't experience the joy and the power that can come from it. Like many others, I avoided pain at all costs. I thought that it was a sign of weakness, that nothing good could come from it. However, we can harness the power that pain gives us when we learn to embrace it. Thank you.